contact or books you can buy, all that you have to know.
But you know, sir, a whole heap of time I tell you that to come like you know, listen.
What I will do, that is true.
A whole heap of time I tell you what book you can buy, what tape you go listen to. We even play some of the tape there, man. I don't know how you ask that question there. Because she not for there for you hear that. Because me say that weekly.
What she know when like she mentioned something about a country in Nigeria, about a certain man who had a politics foot. And what not because I want to tell him the man foot. But this is to say that there are people out here who get hooked up, which is natural, in this religion that they have around them now. But they know that that is not really the dear thing. But if they had access to, especially right now when she mentioned about what she has in, what you mentioned to us about that is in a part of Cuba, and she mentioned it in Nigeria and Brazil, different names. But then we say something that not just me alone, but at this moment, I know many people want to know the same question I'm asking.
Okay.
What can know before us?
Make sure answer, you know.
Muta,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do understand where he is coming from.
Yeah.
What he really wants to know is what could happen to lift up the spiritual intuitiveness of the people after you go. How do you keep that balance? How do you stay connected with your own spirituality? And I mentioned to you, remember, my brother, I talked to you about the water and how important that water is. And Muta also said, my grandma used to use the water. And Muta said, my grandma too. You know, many of the things that are done, that were done on the other side, what we call Africa of the West, this is Africa of the Northwest. This is Northwest of Mexico, which means that the same energy that's over there is over here too. It's just that our energy has been watered down and a blanket has been thrown on top of who we are. And otherwise, we have put religion on top of spirituality, and it's a systematic thing that has been done to us to keep us from rising as a people. Because once we tap into who we really are and learn to tap in and use the powers that are inside of us as far as our spirituality is concerned, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. And that's the fear that is there. We're taught and told not to believe in ourselves. But the Most High lives deep inside of you. And we can rise as a people once we start going back to what our ancestors have done. Remember your ancestors. Don't throw them away. Don't throw them away. I celebrate every August the 25th, which is my mother and 3 of her sisters' birthday, the same day, 6 years apart. I celebrate it. When it's one of your ancestors' day, you celebrate it. They celebrate Christmas. They celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And what's interesting is that our people don't even know that when they talk about St. Patrick and then we run around and dye hair green and green lips and all that stuff, do you know that the first people of Ireland were the Moors? They were the Moors. And when they talk about St. Patrick's responsibility was to chase what they call the snakes off the island, which were the Moors. That was a symbol, the snake that can be traced all the way back to Kemet, to Egypt, Africa. So we have to honor our ancestors. Don't forget our own people. Honor those who have gone to the other side, who have paid their dues. Call upon the ancestors.
And I want to add something to it, brethren. You see the books that where you asked about?
Yeah.
Which part of man I call from?
Redhill
Road.
Road.
Where?
Redhill Road.
Redhill Road, all right. So, We used to sell some books, but a virgin named I Nation now I sell the book them, right?
I Nation,
Yeah, him named Kirky. What happened is that we can recommend some book to you, you know. You know, we can recommend some book to you in relationship to African spirituality.
Right.
You know, if you find any book by Ben Buchanan, Shekanti Diop, where you laugh at?
Musa, you eat them, man.
Eh?
You eat them.
Alright, if you eat them.
You eat them.
Yeah, but we're not, but we say, yeah, if you say the same thing, them always say over and over, we make you eat them and now you vomit them out.
Musa, you know, when sometimes then don't die.
No, what may I say? You want to tell you the same thing that when I tell you all about.
You know, lock up now, I feel
Yeah, well, you ask question where you know the answer already, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have to move though, you know, because 12 o'clock they're away. Call back.
All right,
Call back.
Thank you. Thank you. Blessed love.
Be us forever, Jamaica land we love. Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica land we love.
Yes, operator. Send in the call. Don't make the call lose by, you know. Send in the call. You could have trying this over for all the time go off quick. But meanwhile, she's sending the call. Queen Mother. All right, I'm going to take the call. Yes, El.
Hello?
Yeah, man, blessed.
Blessed night.
Good night.
Morning. Hello?
Yeah, man, we are here, your brethren.
Yeah, man, for real. Man, talk to Queen Mother then.
Yeah, man, let you know, listen, man.
Yeah, I just want to ask her about my little son, Jaden.
Yeah, after what you hear him say, Queen Mother?
Yes,
Him
good
little son?
night. He said he wanted to ask about his little son.
He's 3 years old. And not talking the way he's supposed to talking. I've been going back and forth to the doctor with him. Say,
All right, hold on, Bridget. You have radio in the background and you need to talk more on the phone.
alright, just a minute.
You have to turn on the radio when you call radio station, man.
Alright, Muta.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just saying, back and forth to the doctor with him. Even do a test with him one day. I have one more to do. They said that not hearing out of one of his ears, so I just want to find out what's going on with him.
What is the diagnosis that they said about the child? Because if you take your child to a hospital, they have to give some type of a diagnosis. What was the medical diagnosis that they said the child had?
Well, the test I do on his ears, they say that one of his ears blacked up, not hearing out of one. So I'm not sure. I got one more test to do, then they can tell me what exactly happening. So I don't know if it's the ears that blacked up, stopping him from talk. No, and then if he says certain things, then sometimes you hear nothing from him. He just make noise.
Okay. You said the child is 3 years old.
Yes.
What type of a diet was that mother on when she was carrying that child, to your knowledge?
What type of diet she was on when
Yes.
pregnant with him?
Yes.
Well, it's a regular diet.
What's regular for you?
Like, we eat our regular Jamaican food. Like, rice with chicken yam, banana, those things. You drink like nourishing things.
Okay,
That's what I mean.
let's talk. All right. When you were talking to me about the child, I was picking up that during the pregnancy, the mother went through a lot of stress.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Because I'm feeling stress. I feel the mother was going through a lot of trauma.
Yes.
When she was carrying that child. Am I not true?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Sometimes, and many times, and most of the time, according to whatever energy that the mother is going through, when I say diet, that's your spiritual diet, your mental diet, and your physical diet. All of those big threes are very important when you're carrying a child. I feel not sadness in this child, which means this child may smile.
Yes.
And smile a lot.
Yes.
Because the Spirit said that there's joy in this child.
Yeah.
There's a lot of joy in this child, but it's like trapped in between. I wouldn't say the good, the bad, and the ugly. I would say it's like trapped in between yesterday and today, which means that mentally the child is like there's some instability. Okay?
Okay.
Do you feel that way? Do you feel that there's some, that's like dealing with the mind? Do you understand me?
Yeah, I'm
There's a lot of hurt, a lot of pain that's coming inside of this child, but is going through some things that happened before that child came forward.
Yes.
And what was the relationship of you and the mother when this child was being developed or when this child was coming forward? What type of development was there?
The relationship was good.
It was what, please?
I said it was good. It was good.
But what's the pain? Because I talked to you in the beginning, and I said there was some instability.
Okay. Well, thing is, I guess, on the other hand, because the child is not the only child for her, and she have other child like for next person, or baby father. So maybe it's coming from there too, the stress and the you understand?
Really, Virgin.
Yeah, Muta.
All right. She have a next child for next person.
Yeah, not one, more than like 3 more child, yeah.
And she live with you?
Yes.
She live with you?
Yes.
So now, how you feel about that, given that she have some other child with some other for next man?
I feel no way because I do them like my own same, you know?
No, I'm not talking about the man now. We are talking about the children them now.
Okay.
You and him get on?
Me and the next brother?
Yeah.
No.
Like if him come at the yard, come get the money or anything like that?
No. It's like them would like go for that from him. Wherever he lives there.
Oh, them go there?
Yeah.
And you and I not talk about him?
Well, she will talk about him, you know. Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. All right, big mother.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's a lot of instability here.
Yeah, but he's an ignorant brother. He's in dark, you know. Everything in cuss about.
But you see, I go like say, no, go on. I know you're come for that the things.
But that's what I'm saying. There's some problem.
That's why we understand what I go on at the same time, huh?
Him dark.
Yeah, man, him stupid, him dark, man. It's like him dunce, like maybe not go school or something like that. You know?
Why you have so much things to say about, and she knows how you feel that way about him.
Yeah, she know that way, of course.
Well, that Queen Mother I try to show you.
Okay.
So there's some little thing I go on there where, you know, something like one.
Them man up till today they still dark, and I think them separated like maybe 5 or more years now. Something about it.
Okay. And up to today them still dark. It's still dark.
The man, yeah.
Okay.
Just one more, no? If everything alright to the man, no?
A lot of things, what I'm saying is psychologically.
Yeah.
There's a lot of psychological problems that is there, a lot of mental trauma that's going on inside of that child's DNA.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
So, the next thing again, Queen Mother. Is everything gonna be okay with me and my family, right? I don't know if you could tell me that.
In terms of the relationship with you and that person, or what are you asking me?
Yeah, the relationship with me and her, and I'm a person who live like among I think it's about 11 years or more now, living rent house and things like that. So I just want to know if my life is gonna be okay. One day I might have my own place or something. No? I'm doing security work for about 11.5 years or more now. But things like hand to mouth, so I don't know, it got some time with the Jamaican. The band comes to gold spoon, you know. So we don't know, we have to try.
First of all, let's go back for a minute. Okay, when you said about the relationship, it's like rocks underneath a rug. And when you try to walk across a rug with rocks underneath it, then it would be problems. You would have to clear it. I mean, some things, understanding means a lot in any relationship. And you all have to try to balance the peace and get a better understanding. Some things are disconnected as far as that's concerned. But you as an overall, as a person, I feel you are a beautiful person. You like to meet people. You like to talk to people. I see you being a lot of powerful coming in your hands. You know, your hands, you can do just about anything or put anything together with your hands.
Yes.
But sometimes you're too impatient, and you have to rise up from within yourself because you feel sometimes that you can't do what you can do, and you have to get back up on your throne and be the great person that you are, and stop allowing people to say things to you because you're very sensitive and extremely emotional, and you get hurt very easily. And turn that stuff around and get back up on your throne, and you can go to school and do a lot with your mind, but your power is in your hands.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
Yeah, I do.
Do you agree with what I'm telling you?
Yeah, I understand.
No. Do you agree with what I have said?
Yes.
What kind of work the man do?
Security.
Oh, you said security already. Okay.
Yeah. But I said
I even love the music too, you know. Even this Saturday, I'm going over by Portland to go into a studio to do some songs.
Okay.
I even called Queen Mother before. The last time she come out here, I called her and I talked to her same way. Yeah.
But you're a builder.
I didn't get any children yet in time there.
You may love the music and everything, but you're a builder.
Yes.
Which means you can build many things with your mind, your heart, and with your hands. You have a lot of power in your hands. Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand you.
All right.
Okay, blessed. Yeah, Bridget.
Thank you.
Yeah, give thanks.
One love.
Yes. This is the cutting edge. I tell you. Okay. Yeah, good night.
Hello, good night.
Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, blessed Muta.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man.
Yeah, well, I called to ask a question.
Who you ask the question? Me or Queen Mother?
Yeah, man, Queen Mother.
Okay.
Greetings, Queen Mother.
Bless the love.
Yeah,
Greetings, good night.
Yeah, I want a little an answer on something. Growing up, I'm in my late 20s now, but growing up, I
I've been having a recurring dream. I'm always running away from something. It could be like a prison or I don't know why. But I'm just always trying to escape. People are always running after me, whether it be soldiers, whatever. It just always be somebody running after me. I'm always trying to escape from some place. Jumping over walls, jumping over, going through bush, forest. Just always trying to escape from somewhere. Recurring dream for years now. I don't know what that means.
You know, it's really amazing because when you first start talking, I saw you running and looking back, just running. And the Spirit was saying, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. And before you were telling me this, I was going to tell you, slow it down a little bit. You know, it's like you're hiding from things and you're running from things. And what's interesting is that I feel the things you're running from, the things you're hiding from is yourself. It's yourself. You have to be more real with you. Sometimes you put things in your back pocket and you sit on it instead of moving forward with it. You have inner determination inside of you, but you don't use all of your abilities. You have to trust more, not just in people that are around you, but trust yourself more. You have the ability to do many things and plenty of things, but you're running. You're just running. If you just sit down and be more disciplined with yourself and make up your mind, in essence, to what you want to do, because you can't sit still. You start something, you don't finish it. You have to start completing things that you know, begin to do.
Wow.
I true that, Bridget.
Why? And I tell you all that. I have a lot of unfinished projects right now. I've worked in a lot of business plans.
Yeah.
No action. I even start writing some. Don't finish writing it. Just no action. I think I think more than I would think more than if you should compare what I think with what I actually do, then I would think more than what I do.
Well, that's what you know. So you sit down on your back pocket with things in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so direct. I mean, for years though, this has been like a recurring dream, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing, when I'm running, I'm always scared, real scared, you know. But at some point, I'll fight, you know. But it still end up with me running away, you know. Sometimes I stop the fight, and then I continue running. I stop again, I fight, and then I keep running. You know, sometimes the dream will start like me just running away. Like I wouldn't know what I'm running away from, and then if I'm trying to run away from someone or some people or whatever, that's how the dream will start, me running. You know.
Remember, the Spirit say, slow it down and stop running away from yourself. Take your time and do what you gotta do. Right. This is what my grandma used to say. Baby, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So when you say I'm running away from myself, though,
you gotta slow it down.
It's like I want a little bit more details as to what about myself I would be running away from.
You need to do what you're supposed to do. Stop starting stuff and not completing what you're supposed to do. Remember I told you, as the Spirit said, slow it down. Because you were running. I saw you running, you know, and not finishing stuff. You know, you start one thing, then your mind is so powerful, you start that, then you jump up like a bunny rabbit and run and do something else. You start that project, you don't finish things. You have to make completions.
All right.
Now you understand me?
Yeah, I do understand you, and I can make the connection with what is actually happening in my life. So I mean, it's so direct and powerful, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen a direct connection. It's
Well,
like
you're
I can put
powerful.
a hand on it.
You're powerful. You have to believe in
Thank you.
yourself. You're powerful. The power is within thyself. Our ancestors say, know thyself from within thyself. The power is inside of you.
Right.
All right, Bridget.
Yeah, man, I'm really grateful for this moment, and I hope to meet you in
Thank you.
right. And also though, before I go, did you pick anything else that you might want to say to me before I leave?
Well,
Something I didn't ask you.
Well, listen, the only thing is look into what I said to you, because I thank you for calling, but there's some other folks that are wanting to come through.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, then.
All right, Bridget, give thanks, yeah?
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Yes, this is the Cutting Edge and I FM there with you. Yes, Dale.
Otta.
Yes, sir, blessed man.
Yeah, and greetings, man. Yeah, to talk to Queen Mother, you know.
Yeah. Talk to her, man.
Greetings, Queen.
Good night. How are you?
Good night. I'm alright, you know. I have a visual impairment that they diagnose as uveitis, but they can't tell me any cause of it or any treatment to resolve it. So I was calling you about.
Excuse me, please. I didn't hear the first part about your diagnosis.
Visual impairment that they diagnose as uveitis, but they can't tell me what's the cause of it or any way to treat it. I've been to like 6 different eye specialists.
What is UBI? What is UBI?
Uveitis.
Uveitis?
Yeah.
What's that?
My vision very blurry. We can and the sunlight affect me. I can't go out in the sun without like glasses and anything there. But you know they can't tell me what causes it. Them run a whole heap of blood tests and them say nothing. When you think they usually cause it are like diabetes and high blood pressure and all of them things them test me for and all of them come back negative.
Are you on any medications at this
Yeah,
time?
I'm using steroids, but it's not to correct it. It's just to keep it from hurting, because when I don't use it, it pains me and run a lot of water. So it's just to kind of keep it stable, but it's not improving it any. And steroid eye drops as well.
So in other words, you're saying your vision is going, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any diabetes in your family?
Yes, yeah.
Because the Spirit said there's diabetes in your family. And how much starch and sugar? Because, you know, starch is converted into sugar. What's your diet like? What is your diet?
I've been tested for diabetes more than 5 different times now.
Okay. But I was talking to you, and I don't know if you heard me or not, but I was asking you a question that's very important.
Are you asking how much starch I eat? I don't eat starch, you know. I
say, what is your diet?
Raw food, mostly raw food. Once in a while I might eat some vegetable or something, but I mostly eat raw food. I'm hungry and that kind of food.
How long has it been that you've been on a raw food diet?
About 2 years now.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the diet is very important, and sometimes people come on certain diets and they think that, first of all, why did you go on that particular diet, and what was your lifestyle before you came on that diet?
Before I used to just eat now and yam and kind of thing, but just from eating knowledge I changed to that. There's some different people like Muta and them talk about eating more of that kind of food now.
Okay, but the point is that you were accumulating anything and everything before you decided to go on raw, right?
That's true.
Okay, so what detoxification did you do to detox your body before you went on a raw diet? Did you detox your body?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, because see, that's what happened many times and plenty times. People jump and go to certain diets, but they don't clean out. They don't detox, before they do it. Just like sometimes people say, I'm going to go on a 40-day fast. And they go on a 40-day fast. Sometimes they die, sometimes they become very ill because all those toxics are there. Sometimes, like Dr. Jewel Pookrum, she always say you should get a colonic. A colonic is water under pressure where you wash down and out all of the things that your body does not need. And it's a flush and dust situation. You didn't flush and dust your body. Sometimes you have to clean out your blood. You know, detox your blood. It's just like driving a car, you know, with bad gas in it. You know, your blood is like the gas, the fuel for your body. And did you clean out your blood? You know, detox and take some things that would do a flush out in your body. Did you ever have a colonic or, you know, like the older people, they used to...
No, I never. The most thing that I did was something that I was using called canned power juice, which is tuna, aloe vera, and noni. I used that for 30 days before, but that's the only thing I really did. I never did anything else other than that.
I think, in essence, too, at this time, you know, for 2 years, that's good. In essence, to the decision that you made to take care of your body, because your body is a temple, all right? And that's beautiful. But it's also important to clean out your system, especially the liver. You know, there's blueberries. Blueberries are antioxidant, and they're very good to clean out the slime on the brain. Blueberries is very good. Also, many people are now using soursop. You know, sometimes I take 10 leaves of soursop and I put it in water and for about 2 days and soak it. I drink the soursop. Sometimes I mix soursop with burdock because burdock is very good as a known blood purifier. I was talking to one of the elders here, and they were talking about the aloe vera and tuna. You know, thank you, Baba. You know how important it is. And one elder that was a master herbalist said that you can take the aloe vera or the tuna and clean out put it in water or put some of it, the juice, the gel in your eyes, and that it had been known to cure or take away, they don't like you to say cure, but to heal, I will say, cataracts. Different foods, you know, that has vitamin E, vitamin A in it is very important. But some of the things I just mentioned to you, I know years ago the elders used to sometimes take their own urine, and urine is a natural antibiotic, and they drink a lot of water and they would flush out their eyes with the urine, you know. And there are books on urine therapy that our ancestors have did for thousands of years that other people of other cultures are now making big money on it. You know, so you are what you eat. So I would say maybe flush and dust out your system, especially your kidneys. You know, lemongrass. There's so many things you can do. Dandelion tea is also very good for the kidneys and the liver. Okay?
All right, brethren?
All right. Yeah, man, give thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Yes, we talk about different herbs. And we talk about the colonic.
Yes.
I don't think all of Jamaican people know about colonic. Well, I mean, we know about them things that your grandmother used to have in the house.
The flush outs.
With a kind of warm water buckle.
Yes.
And then it have a long tube.
Yes.
With a hard part tight. And then them full it of warm water and stick it in your anus.
Yes.
Now your bottom, and that is flushing you out.
Yes.
When you let go the water and then dry it out, the whole of the water does, and everything when you I don't think enough Jamaican people not do that again. At least most Jamaican people, I would have said, don't do that again, you know. So them don't understand that there are places that you can go to get this kind of washout, internal washout.
Yes, I'm a colon therapist.
Yes.
I'm one myself.
Yeah.
And the colon is 6 to 8 feet long, and sometimes when you do the washout or you take certain things, they just push it out. It doesn't wash out the walls of the colon, and you have to wash the walls to bring down all of the grease out of that colon.
Yes.
It's similar to enema.
I don't think I will for Jamaican people know
it's
about
more
that.
depth, more in depth.
Yeah.
He just asked me, is it like an enema? It washes down the walls of your colon, because most cancer, most death begins inside the colon.
Yes.
With the colon, it's very important to clean out the colon.
Yeah. Okay. This is the questionnaire. Yes, Ian.
Hello.
Yeah, blessed.
Good morning. Am I time now?
Yeah, man, I heard.
I've been on hold for so long, I was wondering. Good night, Muta. Congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award.
Give thanks.
This is my first time calling. I'm a big fan.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I am. As young as I am, I'm a big fan.
All right. Give thanks.
Good night, Queen Mother. How are you?
Bless you. Good night, my royal sister.
I've been listening to you, and your voice is so soothing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Muta, earlier you were telling somebody about some books. Because I'm on a path of self-discovery and spiritual growth. So you were telling somebody about some books earlier.
Yes.
Can you just repeat for me?
All right, here we go.
Can you go slow?
Call back and leave your number with the sister. And then I will WhatsApp you the name of the book name.
Okay.
Right, just call back the operator and leave your number and your name. And trust me, I will send you the name of some books.
Okay, one more thing. The song that you were playing at the beginning of the show, the Slave Dungeon song, what is the name?
Slave Dream. Slave Dream by Ofra Azza. OFRAHAZA. Eh?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
OFRA HAZA.
HAZE.
No, ZA.
Oh, ZA.
HAZA.
Okay. All right.
It's named Slave Dream.
Okay.
You can go up on YouTube and find it.
Oh.
All right.
Thank you. Queen Mother, do you have anything for me?
I was wondering when you were going to ask me that.
After you gone with all of my keep going down from Queen Mother.
And I was saying to myself,
what are you seeing in my future, being that I'm on this path of spiritual growth? I mean, I feel so free. I've been listening to Muta for the longest while now, and I've been doing my own little research, even though it's not enough. I've since changed my diet, stopped processing my hair, so I'm getting there.
And me do all of that?
I'm sorry?
Is me do all of that?
Yes.
What?
I want to be around for a long time, you know.
Yes.
I think, thank you. One of the journeys in life is to work with people, and perhaps maybe the youth, and doing a school, teaching and working with the youth should be very good for you. I feel you as a leader person, even though there are times when you open that mouth and you talk and you speak, but you still have a certain shyness about you.
Oh my God.
She lick you on that spot there.
What would Jamaican say? Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm listening.
You get scared though. You get scared though when I want to come next.
No, I'm not scared. I'm impressed, and I'm not easily impressed, but I'm impressed.
Yes. There's some things you're going to be wanting to do about going abroad, and I'm feeling that one of the places may be Ghana. All right. I saw a bird fly, and it was a white bird that means to transcend, and I felt Ghana. Ghana is going to be a very important place to you. And I'm not just saying that because the doors have opened for many people to return back to Ghana, but I feel Ghana is going to be very important to you and around you.
Okay.
You have any thoughts about Ghana anytime at all?
Well, I've always thought about traveling around the world, even to Africa. I've always wanted to go there.
Okay.
Not anywhere specifically, but just to go to Africa. I think all Jamaicans is a dream of, dream of mine.
Promise me this now. Promise me. You're going to promise me now. You see, if 1 year from now, between now and the next year, you ever think about Ghana in relationship with somebody says something to you about Ghana, call me and tell me. Call me and tell me.
I'm going to look for you too.
All right? She gone?
I think so.
She gone, yes. She hear me still. She hear me. Just call me and tell me about Ghana. If she ever think about Ghana next year. It's amazing that I know that a lot of people will call you with some doubt.
Yes.
And it is normal.
Yes.
For doubt the process, but I don't know how much time I tell you this, say the more you come in here and do this thing, is the more I figure out what is happening,
I love it.
Yeah. The more you come in here, I figure out exactly what is happening, But yes or no? Would have to go pursue the thing. It's not like something where me think about, because as you're gone, some of us. But if I want to pursue it, me kind of go in on my spirit really and say, this is what I want to do. And figure out all of the ways and the means and necessary ways that you can do it. Me feel me could have do it and read you up too. Me could have read you up,
I will look for that.
Me could have read you up.
But you know something, Muta? It's like I always tell the people that we all have
that in a way
spiritual intuitiveness inside of us.
Yeah.
And with the Creator, the Most High within ourselves, talk to us and tell us many times.
Yes.
But we block it out.
Yes.
And we say it's bad news.
It's true,
because of our religious beliefs.
Yeah.
And we were born with our spiritualities. It's inside of us. We're all indoctrinated into religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yes, good night, Queen Mother.
Good night. How are you?
I'm fine. I just wanted to ask you about, a relationship with me. My relationship.
All right. When you said good night, Queen Mother, I saw, have you ever noticed the sky after a storm and how the gray clouds be moving and then the sunlight, like the elders many times would say, the dawn before the light?
Yes.
It means that it's like you're going through the past and coming into the future, that you have distanced yourself or making some changes, and Spirit say drop, which means you're dropping some things, which means some things are coming out of your life and new things are coming into your life.
Yes.
And the growth of you is very important, that you're now walking out of the past into the future, which means that you may start finding yourself being a little distance from some people and more reconnecting with the goddess that's inside of you.
True.
I feel that you're walking away because I'm seeing you walking up a hill and looking back It just means that there are some things you're getting ready to do. You're getting ready to walk out of some things. It's like stepping out of the old into the new. Some people are going to wonder what's wrong with you. Have you lost your mind? Why are you doing these things? Why are you making these changes? But these changes are necessary for the growth of the goddess that's within yourself. And I'm seeing you moving on. You're moving on. You're going through some things right now. And I hear talk, which means you've talked some things, you've said some things to other people that was not of value, but they were value to you. But now you're realizing that I am valuable. I'm valuable to myself.
Yes.
So you're getting ready to move forward. And I'm just seeing you moving on.
Thank you.
All right.
True. Every word of what you said is true.
Every word of what you say is true.
Yes, it's true.
You can't elaborate for me. I mean, me and your personally.
I really have people that don't value me. And when they see that they're going to lose me, you know, like they want to cling on.
Yeah.
And they're making a lot of changes.
Yeah.
And it is true, it's a transition for me.
Yeah.
Well, many blessings to you.
But I'm indecisive. There's a decision in terms of relationship that I'm making, but I'm indecisive. And I don't know, but it has been a lot of things I have gone through.
Yeah, it sounds like you feel pain to do.
But I want you to listen to everything I said to you.
Yes.
Because it's very powerful. You understand me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so kindly. Many
All right.
blessings.
Thank you.
Yeah. The sister sound like she feeling pain, internal pain too.
Oh, yes.
She feel like, yeah, I pick up that. Say, the internal pain kind of heavy upon her. Okay, here we go. Send in the call him operator. There's a place called Gore Island in Senegal where they took our ancestors and carried them across this part of the world. Gore Island, remember that? Remember that. Gore Island. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Good night, Mota. My first time calling.
Okay.
Good night, Queen Mother.
Good night. Good night.
My question that I'd like to ask you, ma'am, is that I'm trying so hard to have another child, and I don't know if it is possible, so I'm asking you, could you tell me a little about my life, please? I'm frustrated at times. Really do.
Okay. When you said good night, Muta, it's like high times and low times around you. As far as the child is concerned, visualize an egg, all right? But it wasn't eggs, it were 2 rocks in front of me, possibly 3. What has happened in the past about birth?
Before I have my son, it was a problem, and then I ended up having my son, and after that I got pregnant again, but then the child went in the wrong tube. I'd have to went to the theater for them to get it out of me, and then they couldn't find the afterbirth that was inside of me. It was one of my Rasta friend had boiled some medicine and give it to me to pass it up because I was started to Rasta, I think, or whatever they call it, start to smell bad, and then the doctor says that they would have to admit me to find out what made me start to smell so bad. But then my friend had given me, I don't know what herb, but I passed out every bit of it. When I went back to the doctor, she asked me, what is it that you have given me? And I told her, I'm not sure, but it is some herb. And he said that he's not telling me what the herb was. So that was how I'm still alive.
Okay, but the point is that When I see it, I see 2 rocks, and I see visualize the rocks as eggs. How many birds have you had?
Well, I've had 2 birds, my son and the other one that I've lost.
Okay, so those were the 2 rocks, which were like, I saw 2 rocks, and a shell came over it like an egg. Those would be the 2 birds. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm seeing you looking over land, and the land is green, which means green is a spirit of knowledge, and it's a spirit of life, a new beginning, and changes. What you want in terms of birth is beautiful and it's good, but what about the male around you? How do they feel about birth?
Well, I'm having a problem when it comes on to my husband because he doesn't want any more kids, and that's a little stressful for me because I only have 1 child and I'm just 29 years old, and I don't know what the future brings. I'm stuck in 2 places at the same time.
Well, that's what I'm seeing. The spirit said the man, it's like you want a child, and I saw those 2, but the male does not want children. And that's a problem. You understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it all goes hand in hand. I feel you can give birth. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
But the way things are, I don't want to talk too much, but in that relationship, he doesn't want to have children, and you want to have a baby. What's this thing about a daughter one?
A daughter one?
Yes.
I always wanted a daughter.
Because the spirit said a daughter one. A daughter one. They say sweet girl child. Sweet girl child. I see a daughter sitting on a rock, waiting on her mommy to come. So there is a daughter, but she has not come. But she's waiting on her mommy to come. So in your situation, I can't just tell you what to do with your life, but it's up to yourself and the Most High from within yourself to let this child come. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Because right now she's in jail. She's in jail. But the door is open and the key is in your hand. So you give it to the Most High. You understand me?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
All right.
All right, give
I
thanks,
wish you
yeah?
peace and love.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, yeah.
Hello?
Yes,
This is my time.
yes.
Good night, Muta. Good night, Queen Mother.
Good night.
I've been having some issues lately. I lost a child, and ever since then, I have been having issues sleeping. And the sleeping or the nightmares, they come mostly when the peak time comes around. So I lost a child on the 4th. I don't want to say the month because I know. And then every time it comes around like this time, like the 1st going into the 4th, the nightmares, they intensify. So I don't know what you can tell me.
How much pregnancy were you?
Pardon?
How much pregnancy were you? Like which trimester, 1st, 2nd, or 3rd?
This one was the 4th pregnancy.
Okay, the 1st pregnancy, but what I'm asking you is how much in time were you?
How much months?
Okay, sorry. It was 8 months and 2 weeks.
You were 8 months pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. You know, many times I hear them say in Africa that the ancestors come and get them and take them away because they were not to come then. But they do recycle and come back at another time. Like one friend of mine was pregnant, and in her 9th month, she lost the child, and she was devastated. And because that was her first time with that new husband, and he had not had any children, but she had 3 other children by another marriage. And I told her, you know, I did a reading for her, and I said, that child will come back, and that child will return. And it did come back. And a matter of fact, about a year later, she did get pregnant, and it came back. So sometimes it doesn't be the time for them to come, and they have to come back in another way. That's why, like in Nigeria particularly, like they don't do baby celebration, whereas people call it baby shower, and people go buy this and buy that. They wait until 1 year to do the baby ceremony, and the baby is welcomed by the family and the whole community, because the children belong to the community. They don't just belong to the family. And the reason why they do that is because they say sometimes they get called back. And without going through all that frustration, they just don't celebrate at that time. But they call back, but many times they come back. So if it's in divine order for the child to return in another way, it may even come back as a girl. You understand me?
Yes.
So try not to feel so bad. Ask the Most High if it's in divine will, divine love, divine order, for this child to come back to you in a manner in which it's supposed to come back. Sometimes they call them back for various reasons. It could be the lifestyle, it could be the relationship, or the happiness in the family, economics, or many reasons that they call them back. Sometimes they weren't supposed to come. They came too quick. They were supposed to wait. And they sneak out the other door and they come. And they say, hey, come back here. You got to wait. So be patient and give thanks. Do you understand me?
I understand you.
All right.
I have another question though. For some time I've been troubled with my career decision. I don't know if I should stay in this profession or if I should change my career path. I've been struggling with this for some time now.
It's true. I see ice. You know, visualize ice floating down a river or ocean or something. And I'm seeing you standing on this ice that have broken away from the inland. And I see a white dove. It means that your professional changes are coming, but it hasn't come yet. That you will make some changes, okay?
Okay.
You're not going to stay in what you're doing. You're going to make changes.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Many blessings to you.
Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. How much time I was still at?
Tant que cette philosophie qui fait une race supérieure et une autre inférieure ne sera finalement et permanemment.
Yes, Hill. Hill. well?
Yeah, good night, brother.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Mother.
Good night.
Yeah, I want to speak to Mother Queen.
Yeah, I shall listen.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, Mother Queen. I've been struggling all of my life. I wanted to know what's going on.
Yeah, a little bit struggling the whole of your life.
Yeah, you know, it's I saw when he said that, when he was talking to you, I saw a big rock on his back. But the beauty of it is that I saw green grass around it, and I saw a blue sky. And blue is the spiritual color that represents peace. You know, it's been hard, it's been difficult. And I saw a number 5 here, which means that within the last 5 years, you've been in a journey where you've been like mostly at a standstill. Mostly at a standstill. I'm feeling that the rock that's on your back is getting ready to move or shift or make some changes. What has happened with you with this number 5, to your knowledge? What's been going on within the last 5 years? 5 months, 5 weeks, or 5 days? Can you speak just a little louder, please, so they can hear you?
Have a talk louder, Bridget.
Yeah, the last 5 years I had a problem in my relationship.
In the last 5 years. Okay, but how do you visualize that relationship?
Yeah.
How do you visualize it? I mean, is it good news or is it bad news? It's up and down, right?
Is that good? Repeat that?
How is it, to your knowledge? How do you feel about it?
I always feel, I always think about it. I always think about it. It always bothering me. It's always bothering me.
Your relationship bother you?
It's always bothering me.
Wait, wait, say your relationship bother you?
Bothering me.
So, and it's like a butterfly, right? It's in and out. I'm hearing change.
Yeah.
Change. Right now, it's like a seesaw up and down, or like a butterfly coming out of metamorphosis. You know, understanding means everything. Communication in every relationship. It's like in your situation, one door is open and one door is shut, which means like you might be the person that's more open and the woman may be the opposite. Maybe be more closed. I don't want to talk about some things. I don't want to talk. But you both have to be on certain grounds, you know, to be more open with each other. You can't have a relationship if you can't talk and you cannot communicate. It's like my father taught me when I was about 17. He said, listen, baby, you're growing up, and when you get married one day or have a relationship, you have to understand, I love you, do you love me, is good. But if you don't communicate with that person, if there's no communication, there's no understanding, then it means nothing. Communication means everything in all relationships, all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there has to be more communication in that relationship.
Okay.
It's the door, one door is closed, like I said, and one door is open. You all have to be on the same vibrations. All right?
All right.
Explain that to me. Okay.
You say you want me to...
So I have to do more...
Open.
Yeah, in a sense, I have to do more communication.
Exactly.
Okay, for the relationship to work.
Exactly. You got to be able to sit down and talk more. You know, what's the communication, to your knowledge?
Some of the time I don't really like talk like that. Some of the time I just people to get ignorant. I don't know why.
The woman get ignorant? Is that what you said? Or you get? I don't understand.
No, some of the time I get ignorant.
You get ignorant.
Yeah.
So then you have to slow it down, right?
Yeah, okay.
Let me ask you, because the Spirit said, hear it out, hear the lady out, hear the lady out. Do you allow her to express herself before you dominate and control her mind? Do you feel that you dominate and control her mind?
I never try to control anyone in my relationship.
No, I'm asking you.
I never try to control me. I don't know why.
Because you the person that just said you get ignorant. And the word ignorant means the lack of understanding. That's what it means when you reinterpret it. It means the lack of understanding.
Okay.
So how much do you understand her? How much do you listen to her? I don't hear you.
She always try to tell me what to do, and if I forget anything, she always not happy with what I said. That always cause a problem between me and her. Because when I've been together for like 14 years.
I'm sorry, but you're speaking so low, and the other people can't hear you too well.
Okay.
So what you say again, brethren?
Yeah, I said some of the time when I said something to her, she always like try to tell me what to do, and she's not listening to me.
Well, then that goes back to understanding and communication, right? It means that the both of you has to learn to two airplanes cannot fly the same altitude in life. One has to take a high and the other one has to take a low. It means that somebody has to be able to sit and listen.
Yes, so right now we actually broke up.
You say right now you broke up?
Yeah, right now we actually broke up. We're not together no more right now.
So you broke up. But do you want the person back?
She's the one who said we broke up. I never said that. She's the one who said that.
So then why did she leave?
Repeat that?
Why did the person leave out of the relationship?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No. To be honest, I don't really know.
Well, there is a gap. There was a gap in that relationship, and a lot of it had to do with communication. What did you mean when you said you were too ignorant? What did you mean by that? I'm sorry.
Blessed? Ill? Look like him credit done, man.
All right, sorry.
Look like him credit done. But it's a case to understand where I say that. Because I'm saying ignorant. Sometimes get ignorant and then him say she left him, but him don't know why. So him last to say the ignorance cause her to leave him. Because I say him don't know why she leave. That sound disconnected.
Yeah, Muta, all alone I kept asking a question about communication. And I even gave an example about what my father said.
Yeah.
To be able to talk and communicate. Because understanding means everything in all relationships. If you don't communicate, and if you cannot communicate, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah. Yes, Ill.
Hello?
Yes.
Good night, Muta. Good night, Queen Mother.
Good night, my dear.
Okay, I'm having some hard time understanding some stuff that happened in my family life a couple of years ago. I don't know if you can see anything about it and advise me.
Well, when you said, hello, Muta, I saw clouds and I saw rain. And it's still a struggle.
Yes, it has been.
About peace. There's not enough peace there. Lots of disappointments. People don't be as honest with each other as they should. And I'm hearing talk, which means too much talk. Lots of talk. People do not give each other enough chance to praise each other or understand each other without condemning. Things have been said and things have been done that should not have been done. I'm seeing that there has been losses in the family and hurt and pain.
I'm almost out of credit.
Yes.
But what you said so far, connect?
Very much, Muta. Very much.
You just have some losses in the family?
Yes. Yeah.
And a lot of pain has come out of that. You know?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a boat and look like you're trying to get in that boat and it's three of you. But the boat is moving back and forward. And in order for you to get in that boat, it would have to be stable. And to me, that boat symbolized the boat of peace. That there are three of you. It's yourself and two others that has to make changes of peace.
Well, you know, she listening to you, but she not going to answer you. She not going to answer you. But I know she hearing what you're saying.
Do you understand me?
No, she not going to hear you.
Oh, okay.
She not going to answer.
Okay.
Because the phone cut off again.
Oh.
But I know she's listening to what you're saying.
All right.
It's a pity she can't respond to it still.
All right, thank you.
This is the cutting edge. Queen Mother, the last time he was here, we asked about 3 people.
Oh.
And, I mean, it's still a ringing of people's ears. The things them that you say about the 3 people them and what transpired after.
Okay.
I think it was Usain Bolt and the then Prime Minister was Bruce Golding, I think.
Yes.
I think it's Vibes Cartel. I did ask about Vibes Cartel, Bruce Golding and Usain Bolt. And it really resonates with the people them head what transpired after you leave. So I don't know when you're going to come back here. But I'm going to ask you about 3 people.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you about 3 people. And you just say what you say. You know, we always keep the tape because I play back the tape, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I put it on a CD and play it back. Because people say, Muta, why you play back that tape the way Queen Mother say?
Yes.
About UC, you know. And I play it back.
All right.
I have it in my archives there, but I'm going to ask you still. But I can take some more call and you're the people must say, yes, Ill.
Blessed night, Muta.
Blessed man.
Yeah, I want to talk to Queen Mother.
Shall I listen to you? Shall I listen to you?
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night. How are you?
Good night, Queen Mother.
Good night.
I'm good.
Boy, your voice change up all of a sudden, boy. I tell the man voice sound like a angel.
Yeah, Muta. No, before me even send up Muta. I always say from me at 6, you know, I know me at 25.
You serious?
Yeah, man. I always say, man, and listen now. The last time I bring Queen Mother on the program,
yeah.
I mean, my father did a listen, I seen him pass out and all 16 him pass, but I don't know, I give thanks to
Yeah, so go. Yeah. So from 6 to 25, 25 you say no?
Yeah, man, me at 25. July 23rd, I come forward, me at 26.
All right, sir.
You say July 23rd?
Yeah.
So you're lying. Mine's July 26th.
Okay.
My mother July the 23rd.
Yeah, he's July 23rd.
My mother July the 23rd.
Really?
Yes. I still born July the 23rd.
That's Emperor Selassie's birthday.
Yeah, man, not yet made everything.
All right, sir.
That's Mama B, Bob Marley's mother's birthday. And Emperor Selassie's birthday is on the 23rd.
Yeah.
Powerful man. Yes.
More ask about my future still. Really happy to speak with us today right now. Come like motor. It's an energy check me do right now, you see? Yeah, man, I check my energy right now. Like when doctor them check up on people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, check up my energy.
Wow, we gotta check up your energy.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, when you were talking to Muta, I saw you standing with some papers in your hand, and it was like standing on land and standing on water, both at the same time. One thing, there's some travel that you're going to be looking at or thinking about. Also, I felt a bird. 2 birds flew by my back. I felt the energy of the birds on my back, which represent some changes and some travel. You're going to do some traveling. And there is also something that's going to be very important to you about land, L-A-N-D. Has anything come up to your knowledge about that?
Repeat what you said to me.
She asked her if anything come up in things in about land, L-A-N-D, land.
Land?
Yeah.
Yeah, that in a made like for one piece that I'm build a house. Really, motor, you know, because Spanish town, my part from still in a motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but I'm sure I'm there now, you see.
Chilan, you there?
Chilan, I'm there.
Okay. You live long there now?
No, man, I do work, because I do site work, you see, motor.
You do site work on a piece of land?
No, listen, no. I do site work, but I move up now and I work in a hotel, you see. Okay. Site me do.
Okay.
We build a hotel for them, so they move me over in a hotel, you see, and get a chance. So.
They move you over in the hotel?
Yeah, them give me a chance. The one of them must say,
you're fortunate, man. You're fortunate, man.
No, I just want to stay motor, because I get a little fight there, you see, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it still, but I work, you see, I put in work.
Yeah, so you don't think about no land then?
Yeah, man, I think about to buy a piece of land. Yeah, that's nice for true.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
What about travel?
I think that's down in my mind a lot. I say, like when me hear motor, like Africa, I really want to go Africa. That's the route, I always like, I really want to go America and them places like motherland.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there were 2 birds that flew by me, which means there's 2 places that you will be looking into going to, you know. I'm a true believer that thoughts are things and things have wings, that so shall you think and so shall it be. That if you think it, you can conceive it if you believe it. Does that make sense?
Yes. I mean, there's something where I say, when you really like want a chance to work in a hotel and get that, so.
But let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When I just said that to you, had there been a light brown skinned woman around you at all? Because I saw a light brown skinned person laughing.
Yeah, I'm a light skinned person.
Huh?
I'm a light skinned person.
But I say woman.
Yeah.
Because I saw a light brown skinned lady laughing, putting her hand over her face, laughing, you know, which means that she may have a little shyness around her, but sweet, good.
Okay.
Answer no, man. Let me hear about you.
Yeah.
Joe, man. You want to keep it a suspense. When you don't answer, you keep it a suspense. Like, we have a bathroom. Answer, man.
Yeah, man. Should I say some truthful things there?
So you have a little lady where you hide upon you around the corner there.
Yeah.
In the hotel.
Yeah. For real, man. For real.
You won't tell me. All right. Yeah. So what should they know?
No, Muta, so how the lady know that though?
No, I mean how she know that. It's like you know what answer, you know. Like if I want to answer that, you know. No, tell me something now. Which one of lady there, you know? Little light skinned lady. Which there?
She have a fair place, man.
Oh, she have a different place from you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ask me how she know that?
No, you know, Muta, you know, recently that too.
Recently?
Yeah.
Okay. Go on, Queen Mother, talk to him because the man say, oh, she know that. Muta, oh, she know that. I mean, tell her. I don't know what to talk to me, but I mean, tell her. Anyway.
I think there are some blessings coming around you financially. Some may come unexpectedly good, but there are some changes and some money that's going to come up around you, okay?
Yes, thank you. And guess what? Muta, what most guy do is, my brother, he might listen, you know, Muta, I'm about 80 now. He might listen deeply. He might say, yo, ask her about my name, Timai. I know him listening right now. I'm a mother listening right now.
You say he's about 80 years old?
18.
18.
18.
He said his brother, that's 18?
Yeah. Tell me, say, ask her about me, please. I'm a trained to be, like, want to be a military and all these things.
All right. When you say, ask me about my brother, I felt my throat area.
Yeah.
And when I say I felt my throat, I meant not bad, but good. You know, like he has a lot of blessings with the voice inside of him, okay?
Yeah.
And he can do a lot of things, but sometimes he get angry, he get frustrated and want to quit. And he doesn't know what to do or where he's going or where he's going to be. I just see him jumping up and down, you know. But he's a strong person. He's very strong. But he has to learn to listen. Because a lot of things that I'm seeing that goes on around him is that he gets too impatient. He has to learn to listen. But if he learns more discipline, he can go many places and do many things. He's a self-taught person in many ways. Self-taught, which means he can learn quickly. He pick up very fast. And he's ready to get up and go. And he's an old spirit. Spirit said the old one done.
Yes.
Old one done. He's a very old spirit. That's why when I said, did you say 80 years old? And Muta said, no, 18. Because his spirit is old. He's a very old spirit.
Yes, for real, man. And that's my faith enough calm and move like my father.
Yeah.
Move like my father.
Yes, but they say kind, K-I-N-D, which means he has a very kind heart.
Yes, a kind-hearted.
Very kind heart.
All right, Bridget.
Muta, I'm blessed, you know, because I guess when I come here, my teacher, Muta, I always say from me, I'm 6 years, my father bring me around from Rasta, man.
All right, sir.
Them charity, I watch them over radio and you. I'm go home. I'm listening, I always want to tell you this, you know, so I can't get through Muta. One time, my mother live at Dwayne Park.
Yeah.
So, my stepfather did it with her, I'm a kind of Christian. They not doing a Muta thing. My mother, she not do fight against it, but she listens sometimes. So, they might pay out them light bill and thing, and I can't have this radio. I hope I listen this money. So, most of you know, so I have about 5 battery. I have about 5 battery, and then I put one in my MP3, I say 4% on it. I put it in and it's done. I put it in the next one, I put it in till, I listen to the whole program with the 5 battery. Yeah, man, I love Muta anywhere now here. Right now, I have a cousin foreign. Well, I'm a community right now. The Malaysia, over there in a Spanish town. No, I'm going to big up a man named Icon Stomach.
Why you love Spanish Town? Yeah, man.
Dread. And them took some great fella, me and tell you, them grow me, they make me repair.
Yeah.
And me and tell you, different from Rastafari, me see that more outside. Different from Rastafari.
Yeah.
Motor.
Yeah.
You will go up and tell you that.
Give thanks, Virgin. Give thanks.
That's the best.
Yeah. Wow. I'm thinking they're heavy, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank you.
they're heavy.
Mota, you know, I want to say briefly about my music.
Yeah.
I know you're looking like, what?
No. You tell me, say you go record some music.
Yeah, I've been in the studio.
I'm very anxious to hear them.
Yes, I've been in the studio and I've been doing something with Jungle Production.
Yes.
With George Elton Hewitt.
Yeah.
And I have a song that he's helping me produce, and it's called Jah Look Like Me.
Well, I hope before you leave, I get it.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I can't play
you
it.
will. But it's a powerful song.
A long while again, another 8 years, I don't say again.
Well, you remember, 8 is the number for infinity.
Yes.
Which is the ending of a new beginning.
Yes.
It's my new beginning.
Okay.
Yes, but you know, I wanted to mention too, when we were talking about spirituality and looking within ourselves, and I want to thank my royal sister, Marcia Griffith, for also inviting me to Buju's concert, and some of the powerful things in his music.
Well, hold on. I can take the call. I don't want to credit done.
Okay.
And then we can talk.
All right,
yes.
fine.
Yes, Ian.
Well.
Yeah, blessed.
Blessed. You talk to Queen Mother.
Yeah, she'll listen.
I noticed you cutting in with some reading yourself.
Eh?
I noticed you cutting in with some reading yourself.
Yeah, because I'm sitting down here on the edge of my chair. I'm sitting here with some edge of my chair.
Yeah. Queen Mother, welcome back.
Thank you kindly. Thank you so kindly.
I have a little bit difficulty here. I dream, but I can't remember them. But one of the frequent ones I remember is like I'm flying up in the air, going over the trees or whatever, obstacles down there. Being pursued.
Well, it's like a man we called before. A man called with that situation there before, you know.
Me a fly, man. Me up in the air.
Okay.
He said he had a dream that he could fly. Well, it's a reality dream. I don't look at it as a bad dream. And the reason why I'm saying that, okay, first of all, let me tell you this. Many people have many dreams, and most people don't realize that when they go to sleep, they die. They go to the other side. And then when they wake up, they come back. Now, the point I'm making to you is that when we talk about the crossroad, right? And that road is one of the ancient Indinkra signs like that they use in Ghana when they talk about the cross and the crossroad. It doesn't have anything to do with Christianity. Even though the Catholic Church have made it that way, it does not. It means to go from the natural and the supernatural. So what happens is that when you go to sleep, you transform and go to the other side. Sometimes, when I talked earlier about a glass of water by the bed, glass of water under the bed perhaps, or get you a pen and a pad. Sometimes you have a dream, you get up, you go to the bathroom, you come back, go back to sleep. It's a total different dream. Very few people can get up, go to the bathroom, come back, and go back into that same dream. Okay, so you say, well, I dreamed that I could fly. Okay.
Yeah, I'm flying, yes.
Yes.
Flying, I'm being pursued.
But that's part of our spirituality. Because I've seen people fly and disappear in front of me in Africa. And that power is over here too. It's inside of the people. It's true. Some people have cutlass medicine. Some people have gun. And people are running away now saying, turn that thing down, turn it off. She's talking juju. She's talking voodoo. She's talking hoodoo. No. The word juju means the unknown. That's what it means. So the bottom line is that I've seen people walk through walls and disappear in front of me because they have medicine. And most of this medicine is made through plants and through animals because they were the first that was on the planet, the plants and the animals. And most of the medicine is made either or. If you go online right now and look at Uganda and look at the last indigenous people of Uganda, you will see the Twa people, and they could actually fly. And they were flying. And then you will also see a European or Caucasian man holding up a Bible saying he came to Christianize these people, taking away all their powers, their spiritual, supernatural powers, and turned them to Jesus Christ. And now they're all suffering and going through pain and a whole bunch of stuff. Only thing I'm saying is that much things and many things that we have powers to do have been watered down because of other people wanting to dominate and control us as a people. Yes, it's true. They do fly. And you have flown before. And you can fly. And there's nothing wrong with you believing in that. Because it's inside of us to go back to do what our ancestors have done in the past. And what's wrong with that? If they sit up there and go and read their Bible, which belong to us, everything that's in it is ours. And they tell you that, okay, well, Jesus turned the blood into water, you know? And then they go and tell you, okay, you must drink the blood and eat the flesh. I could never understand that. I was invited to one church. I'm standing up there, and it was a Liberian church in Detroit. And the minister knew me well, and he smiled. He said, okay, Queen Mother, do you want to drink the blood and eat the flesh of Jesus? I said, no. He said, what? I said, that's cannibalistic. I said, think about what you're telling me. You're telling me to drink blood and eat flesh. I said, no. He said, why? I said, I'm vegetarian. I don't eat flesh and I don't drink blood. And he was so confused, he didn't know what to say. You know, some people were giggling in the back. But the bottom line is that all the things that they tell us not to do, other cultures and other people, churches, Caucasians, they doing, you know, they tell us not to do it and look at us as being bad, but yet they telling you to drink blood and eat flesh. It's
not to cut you. Is there any role for me in activism or politics down the road?
For yourself?
Yeah.
Is there any role for you in it?
Yes. You see anything?
I would say
activism,
yes.
You know,
I would say yes.
Activism or political activism.
Yes.
Serious?
Yes. Yes, serious.
Mm-hmm. And travel to the motherland?
I feel that you're going to do some things, but there are other things that has to be done first.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Did I answer your question?
Well, sound vague to me. Other things, no pointers.
Well, you have to be real with real.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bridget.
All right.
It's so like, you know, you want to hear something else.
Huh? So like you want to hear something else.
Oh, all right. Let me speak to my birthday. My birthday is January 27th. Probably Queen Mother not picking up on.
No, I was listening.
Oh, you're not saying.
I'm listening to what you said. When you said January the 27th, I saw a big ball fall in the water, and it was like the water was splashing all over the place. And it just means that you're a person that carries a heavy load, big burden, but a very proud person, well-disciplined person, and a man of action, that you do things to make actions happen. And the Spirit said, take your time and teach, that you are a teacher of teachers. But
so they ask me if I'm a teacher.
I'm sorry?
I said, so they ask me if I'm a teacher.
They said, spiritually.
They're asking, right?
Them asking if he's a teacher. That means him confirming what you say.
Okay, what I mean is this. All of us are born with certain gifts, which are your master blessings. And they don't have to be determined by any institution.
No,
one of your gifts is to teach, to guide, to lead, to do things, to be impressive, to make things happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a lot of situations I find myself in that seems to happen, but it's kind of restricted these days. I'm sort of bogged down with some commitments I have.
But the bottom line is that you have it inside of you to do it, regardless of what boundaries that are on the outside. It's what's in the inside of you that's important, that give you the drive to be who you are and to do what you have to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it's sporadic, you see, it's not constant, up and down.
You have to do what you have to do. Sometimes there are other things. A good example is that I was in Ghana, and I remembered going to a Babalawo, talking to them about some things that were going on in my life, and I wanted to make some changes, and they tell me, you must do salaka. And I asked them, what does salaka mean? It means giving, that you have to go and give something. They say, if you give, you find an older lady, give to that elder something, and then you find a baby boy. So my holy day is Friday, because I was born on a Friday. So on my holy day, I found a lady in Ghana walking all bent over with a purse behind her. And I knew, yes, I must be in Ghana, because in America, you're not going to see nobody walking with their purse and their hands behind them. So I walked up to the lady. I gave her some money and some fruit, and I asked her to pray for me, to say some things for me, and she did. And then I found a lady who had a baby boy, and I gave to the lady for her children, and it opened up doors. It's like one hand shakes the other. It means sometimes in life, to make things happen of changes, we have to give. We have to go and give something to somebody to make a difference or a change in their life, so we can make a difference or a change in our own life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So maybe you need to do salaka, or a sacrifice. Give something to somebody and see changes that will happen to you.
All right, give thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, give thanks. Okay, so we want to heal up all the ones who call, you know. We want to tell you that we will be back here. When I say we, I mean the royal we. Royal we, not Queen Mother, but the royal we. We'll be back here at 2 o'clock for the stepping razor, the art of war. So, you didn't say you want to heal up some ones now. You didn't talk about Master, you say.
Oh, definitely.
Gone somewhere else.
Definitely, to my royal sister. Marcia, who really wanted me to come to Buju's concert, and I was very happy to have participated, and just overly impressed of the warrior spirit that's inside of the brother, and the songs that he does. In a song, there's a message particular in the song that says about the destiny and to control your own destiny through your spirituality, because the brother has transformed and he's on another vibe, talking about spirituality of going within yourself and controlling your own destiny. It means no matter what happens to you in life, that you can rise back up from within yourself and to go through the fire and still have 41,000 people that you were impressing was very powerful.
Yeah.
And to Sister Carlene up in the Red Hills, Sister Yvonne, to Fabian, Brother Lawrence, to my son Ashiki, to Dayo, my daughter Olushike, my niece Olushike, my nephew Michael. There's so many, and to the crew, to Nani over in Wellington, and the whole crew that's over there with Sister Marcia. There's so many people that I would love to give a shout out to, but there's not enough time in the day, in the night. How they say, if I had 500 tongues in my mouth, it would still not be enough to say thank you and I love you. And thank you so kindly for inviting me back. And it's my honor and my blessing to come back to
Jamaica.
Yes.
Right, that's all. You understand? Because I know it's amazing, and I know it amazes the listeners them when you say certain things to them and you get so right on target.
Thank you.
That it kind of bewildered.
You wait till my song come out, Muta. Wait till I hear that song, Jah Looks Like Me.
Eh?
The name of my song is Jah Looks Like Me.
Jah Look Like You.
Yes, Jah Look Like Me. And you, and you.
All right. Well, we give thanks.
Thank you.
Danny, you say you want to say something there? Say it quick,
No, you mentioned about the three things that you had said. Remember when she was here, she had mentioned 3 persons and the things that actually come true. So there was something.
Yeah. Well, Matrix are coming yet. Yeah. Give thanks, Danny. I want to ask you about 3 people. And when I call them name, you must tell me. And I know you don't know none of them. I know you definitely don't. But, well, I know you know one of them still. One of them never said. Because I know you know them. But you don't know him, but you just talked about him a while ago. It's Buju I never ask about. 1, Buju, that is the first one. Yeah.
Okay, question. You said I talked to him?
No, I say you just talked about him a while ago.
Oh, yes, I did.
But he was one of the persons that I was going to ask you about.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to mention Buju to you.
Okay, fine.
So when I say Buju, what come to you?
When you said the name, I saw the person sitting with their leg crossed and their hand stroking their beard, thinking. And the Spirit said travel, which means that there's going to be a lot of travel coming up around him. And I saw this white bird fly out of the midst of all these black birds. They were like vultures, eating flesh and eating things. Now, the white bird means a resurrection. And these black birds eating flesh were like vultures or buzzards, which means that he has to be careful and cautious about the people that surrounds him. because everybody is not his friend.
Yeah.
And there will be people that will come to take from him and not to give to him. I feel that the Creator has put him in a special place in this time in his life to tap into his spirituality, to make the people more aware or in tune. When he wrote that song, to control your own destiny, I have to control my own spirituality. He did not know, but he was chosen by the Most High to do that, to bring the message to the people. He doesn't know or understand his own greatness. There are 2 other songs that's going to come out with him that's going to be very inspirational and extremely powerful. It's going to hit Africa, boom, boom, boom. And it's going to help to lift up the minds and the hearts of people here.
Okay, all right. The next person we're going to ask you about now is Peter Phillips. You know who is Peter Phillips?
No.
You don't know who's named Peter Phillips? Okay, all right. So we'll ask you about Peter Phillips.
First, I heard crying. Then I hear joy, Joy. Then I hear laugh. I see hot water. The person feet, like when you get a foot soak, and it's supposed to be a certain temperature. It's like putting your feet into water that's too hot. It's steaming hot, but they're sitting there reading a newspaper with a towel around their neck, sweating, acting like it's not a problem. But it is a problem. Their feet are in hot water. Their feet are in hot water. But I do see a blue sky. And a blue sky means changes, and it also means peace. They may go through the fire.
Okay.
All right?
All right, and the blue water is what?
No, I said blue sky.
Okay.
Blue represent peace.
Okay.
But right now they may be in a little hot water or sweating a little bit.
Okay. All right. Oh, a little hot water, but them sweating a little bit. Okay. The Prime Minister now, Andrew Holness.
I hear sad. S-A-D. Sad. It's sort of funny. I used to walk up to my grandfather and I say, Papa, you have a nickel? And he said, well, baby, let me see. And he put his hand in his pocket and he'd fumble around and then he would bring out something, but he wouldn't give me everything right then what I wanted. He would have to search and look for it. It means this person is searching. Right now, I see one leg on the ground and one leg on a rock, like trying to stand or come forward. I see rain around them, which means there's some changes that are coming. There are changes. It may be a little rough. They're standing on the rock like stern, but one foot is stern and the other foot is slippery. Standing on something slippery like glass or something, which means that they can slide a little bit. And it's like in search of more stability. I hear cry, then I hear joy. They're going through a lot right now.
Okay. We keep that tape and see what come out of those 3 people thing. But we have some things that are going on at Jamaica here where kind of...
What's the status from your perspective of what I said? Because I don't know of what I said of the last person.
I would have to go listen back to what you said.
Okay.
Because what happened... They're going to have an election tomorrow.
Okay.
They're going to have an election tomorrow.
All right.
It's not a general election.
All right.
It's a area.
All right.
I'm going to have it. And as usual, it's the same two parts of them. Peter Phillips is the head of the PNP.
Okay.
And obviously the Prime Minister is the head of the GLP. But it's not them two running. Them two of them is not running. It's two other people running from the party. One is a woman and one is a youth, who I call them. So it's really something dynamic about that. The dynamic about it is that is a woman a run and is a youth a run. You see, it's not the old school politician them. Even though we don't see no difference in the activism of the party them, whether them old school or them young school, it's the same argument them have and the same ways them behave. You see, but the thing in it is that this the Peter Phillips party seem to be not moving ahead as how people, as how them PNP them would have want them move. So the Peter Phillips is almost not seen a whole heap of time, because where Andrew Holness do is have a lot of visible things are happening in the country. Construction, road, all of these things where people see in front of them. They want to see something happening in front of them. So, you have this legacy thing where they talk about now, where they build. As a matter of fact, they must start move another road tomorrow. I think tomorrow or this week, they must start on South Camp Road for do some widening on it. Right up there where Tamred come meet. I know you don't know what I talk about.
But I'm listening.
I have to put it into perspective. What I want to say is that him have something that go on with unprecedented in Jamaica, where you have whole heap of road fix at the same time. Right? So it's a visible thing, and people love to say, what my government doing? See them a build road, them a build highway and them thing there. So you can't see them now do nothing. But behind the road and this and that, there's a certain scandal.
Yes.
That is taking place amongst that. Like the Minister of Education, them just wonder if him is a part of a big corruption scandal where take place, which is part of the same Andrew Holness party. Plus them have a Petrojam oil thing where lay every pan them with something else come up again, where the people them don't know about yet, but it will come up again. So it kind of the two of them is in the balance, you know.
When
I hear you say that. The two of them is in the balance.
Yes.
There's this dark.
You know when you were just talking, right? And you were telling me about this person, right?
Which one of them?
The one you just finished telling me about. About the road and this and that.
Yeah, Andrew Holness.
Okay, listen. The Spirit say, copy, fall. When they said that, that means it's like a duplicated thing, a repeat of the past. It just means that they're doing the same cycle over and over again, which means that they put in front of your face something new when it's really something old. The old stuff is still there. And it's like foul stuff and stinky stuff. You know, meaning that they're giving the people the good side of the face, but the bad one is still there. They still stink. It's like, as we say, the suit coat is new, but the underpants is old and stinky, which means they do stinky stuff.
Which is that what that means, the corruption where I take all of the place.
Yes.
Because there's so much argument of corruption centered around this government now. And not that other governments don't do it, but considering is a young person, plus he was supposed to come with a new kind of ideas, and we can see, considering that him have this legacy thing around the course now where, you know, buildings, never before you see so much building a go up.
Well, they say truth stop, which means the truth is not coming forward.
Yeah.
that the truth has stopped. I mean, they're not giving you the truth.
Okay.
All right? Truth stop.
Well, I know the Matrix will accept, Matrix will believe that. What Matrix? You don't listen to the program? You never listen? Okay. Yeah, try download some man music without pay feet. All right, so you're at it now. We give thanks to the moment. Give thanks to Vita. Vita pass through. Yes, Vita, don't forget my black salt, you know. Don't forget my black salt. And as we said before, we were there tomorrow. I mean, little more, not tomorrow, little more. We were there, little more. All right, we're gone.